Hello, this is Andy from Plastic Factory, and I wanted to run through a quick demonstration of Grainsmith Field, which is a granular synthesizer that shares the same core DSP engine from Grainsmith Desktop. But the experience has been really optimized for iPad and iPhone. So in a lot of ways, this is a very basic granular synthesizer. As you can see, you have basic controls to control the size of grains, the density or frequency of grains, how fast the playhead moves across the buffer, jitter that controls the randomness, sort of where the grains spawn from, and spread, the randomness of where the grains appear on the stereo field. It has a nice reverb, and you can control the shape of the envelope of each of the grains. It also has a macro control, this morph knob that controls about 8 parameters at once. Let's get to some fun places. And what I think is really exciting and I've really enjoyed about the iOS experience is the performance aspect. So core to it are these XY controls where you can, for instance, control density and size, or scatter, which consists of jitter and spread. Texture has the pitch and reverse probabilities, and then cutoff and resonance to control the filter. It also has these rockers on the bottom left and right that give easy access to scrubbing through the audio, and then a big old freeze button in the middle. And that is the core of Grainsmith. It ships with about 10 presets. I didn't want to make the download too heavy. These are based on the Grainsmith desktop presets, but in desktop there are 2 engines. So this is just one of the layers. And I've found it a lot of fun. We'll go back to this first patch. So that is the basic playback, and you can add obviously your own audio, load any of your own audio. We've also introduced in the iOS version 2 new record modes. So there's a wet dry, a one shot, and you can control the wet dry, how much you're hearing the original sound coming through. There is a live mode where you're continually recording into the buffer and playing over that with the granular head. And then the loop mode, which introduces the idea of feedback. And let's take a listen to that right now. We'll just record over this first patch. get to some pretty fun places pretty quickly. And then you can just lock into that buffer and play around with it from there. As much as I love the desktop version of the Grainsmith plugin, I use it all the time, I have found playing it on the iPhone incredibly fun. And I